As Above, So Below, which I just watched for the first time today, or I watched it today for the first time. As Above, So Below is a 2014 found footage movie set down in the catacombs in Paris. That idea I think is cool, and I like the fact that after I finished the movie, it really is a good blend of Blair Witch Project and The Descent. I It's weird because this movie I've heard like criticisms about, which I mean I can understand because I'm looking at this movie from like not in as objective way because I don't really look at these kind of horror movies that way because I'd hate every one of them if I thought objectively. But but in terms of this movie being intense, like I thought this was really cool. Like I actually liked how inventive this one was. And maybe it's just because I haven't seen a million found footage movies. I want to see more. And I definitely have seen a good amount, but I feel like I haven't seen enough to where it drolls. I guess it grades on me because there are a lot of found footage movies that I know people don't like, or a lot of found footage movies that I think probably get a lot of bad criticism for. I think this one included. Like this one probably got a lot of bad flack for it. But listening to people say that this one is bad, like I mean, I could definitely see why. But I think in terms of enjoyability and being creepy, like this one I thought was pretty cool. So like I said, this is set in the catacombs of Paris, where like Tomb Raider, this Tomb Raider goes down with her friend, and they meet a couple other people to try to find the Philosopher's Stone, which I know that it's not just Harry Potter, but every time I hear the Philosopher's Stone, I have to think of Harry Potter. And I just immediately, it just took me out every time. I'm like, Harry Potter, Harry Potter. Because I love Harry Potter. And you can see freaking like that castle back there. Like, I love Harry Potter. It's one of my favorite things ever. So, so it's just a funny idea that they're going down to get the Philosopher's Stone, like the essence of life. Like, I think that's cool. And and looking at this movie objectively, I'm not saying that this movie is great, but honestly I really did have fun with the intensity of it. I don't like small spaces. I don't like going underground. I have before, like in like the parks or something, where like you can go down and see like caves, but I've always been scared going down. And this movie, like I said, I'm not looking at it from an objective point of view, but from a point of view of where I was terrified. um, there were moments in this movie where I just sat there like I need to turn this off. Like this is so, because that is one of the most scariest things in the world is being claustrophobic and going down and being stuck underground in a hole. That scares the shit out of me, and I really thought it was creepy. There's this one guy who, of course, makes dumb decisions. All these characters make dumb decisions in this movie, but I really thought there was this guy who gets stuck down in this part of a hole, and he starts hyperventilating, and he was like saying out loud like I'm gonna die, I'm scared, and it perfectly got me. Like I was genuinely terrified, even though the character was making dumb decisions. I would have made those decisions. I would have been terrified as hell, just stuck in a hole. And horror movies, just whenever they do that, scare me. Down Underground, The Descent is one of the best. I love The Descent, but that movie is horrifying. Just getting stuck underground, you don't know how to get out. That is terrifying. But this movie adds in the idea of them being in the seven layers of hell. Um, and that is a spoiler, I guess. Shouldn't have said that. But I mean, this movie's been out since 2014. I mean, it's not like it ruined the movie for you, but at least I don't think so. Um, but it's literally the seven layers of hell where these characters are going up, but then they're going down. And I thought that is even more terrifying. And I really like the ideas of this movie. I know people can rag on it for like characters being dumb and dumb decisions, but this is a type of movie that I'm not gonna really complain about with that. It just depends on if the movie pisses me off. Like there are some instances of horror movies where they piss me off, like the end of Mikey, like that Killer Kid movie. That one at the end of the movie, these characters were so dumb it just pissed me off. But in this movie, it didn't piss me off in that kind of way. Like I thought they were dumb, but honestly, I was so scared and invested that I didn't care because I really dug this movie. Um, I really dug the visuals. I really liked how it's a found footage movie and going down underground is terrifying. So seeing that from the point of view of a camera is really worth it for me. And I don't even love found footage movies, but this one I think really sold me on just how horrifying it was and how well done it was. And I just really enjoyed it. And also, there was a for a while in this movie, there's this the main friend of the girl. I was watching the whole time, like, who the hell is this guy? Like, I've seen him in something, and I cannot remember for the life of me. So then I had to pause it and look it up, and it was the guy from the Friday the 13th remake. But I was like, who the hell is this? Like, whenever you get an actor or an actress and you see them and you're like, who are they? Like, it pissed me off because I was like, who the hell is this? And it legitimately made me annoyed. I was just like, who the hell is it? And I finally figured it out. Or I didn't finally figure it out. That's dramatic. I easily found it out. I just went online on my phone and looked it up. But I really thought that was funny. And just looking at the movie as a whole, like I said, like I think it's enjoyably scary. Like I enjoyed it. It's a dumb movie. It's not a movie to look at objectively, but I enjoyed it and I had fun with it. And I haven't seen a million found footage movies, so maybe that's why, but still, I thought it was an enjoyable time. So that's all I could say about As Above, So Below. I like the ending as well. I like the ending scene, even though a lot of people thought it was corny, but I liked it. I won't say what that is, but I thought it was well done. And I just thought it was a well done, fun little thriller. So that's all I could say about it. So that's it. I'll see you guys on the next video.